And some days the memories are heavy. When her skies turn gray, I help fill her heart with shades of hope, the purple of laughter, the blue of courage, and the happy hue of joy.
Sounds like you're painting the world brighter.
That's right, Santa. I'm more than her service dog. I'm her living paintbrush. With every swoosh of my tail, I add a stroke of cheer to her canvas. With every longing gaze, I brush love on the picture we're creating together. A masterpiece, wrapped in warmth and tied with a bow.
Now that's a gift you can't put under a tree.
This season, help paint the picture. Learn more at dogsinc.org.
Oh, oh, oh.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cells. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. I hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Wavy boy, go crazy.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action
and nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in radio land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Salute, salute. Thank you for joining me this Monday, December 15th, 2025. Who we got in the chat? We got Mo the Elephant, Jeff, Josh, Kawanda, Not Really a City Girl. Salute, salute. Thank y'all for joining the show today. Look, we got a lot to talk about, but before we get into the show, y'all know how we get down every Monday. We got the miracle minister, Kevin, to give us the Monday prayer. How you doing, Minister Kevin?
Hey, Tory, I'm blessed, man. I'm doing pretty good. How are you today?
Hey, I'm feeling powerful.
Monday. I hope so, because I'm looking at Josh. I agree with Josh in the chat. It's one of them days, it's cold outside. We need that fire.
Hey.
We need that fire to warm us up today.
I try to tell you, like when it get cold outside, that's when you got to tap in. That's why you got to lock in.
Yes, sir. It's been a crazy weekend. You see, I know you're going to hit up on a lot of these points, man, you know, all the way in Australia and Brown College, and even here in Milwaukee, right on Village. It's just so much going on, man. And, you know, people say that we got a bad city. It's not just our city. It's the entire world, man. The devil works everywhere. He don't just work in Milwaukee. He works everywhere.
Well, I'll say this.
We got to be on guard everywhere.
I always say this when people say, you know, this and that, but what are you doing? You know, I think I have to ask that question many times because we know what's happening. We see what's happening. We talk about it. We discuss it. But I'm at the point now, like, I'm just trying to figure out what the person that's talking is trying to do. Like, how are you trying to fight against what you're seeing? Because at this point, even the little kids know, like, everybody talking, but how many people trying to get out here and roll up their sleeves and be boots on the ground and try to fight against it? Now I'm at the point where I have to look at the people a certain kind of way because we're allowing the mentality that we're witnessing to thrive.
You know what? I just see something on social media a few days ago. I think it was somebody was preaching. They were talking about Jonah when he went over to Nineveh, and he had to change the mindset of the people as well. You know, the king they knew they were going to be destroyed, but the king put everybody on the fast. So sometimes, even with the people itself, the people have to be able to make a change. Like you said, what are you doing? You can't look for elected officials to do things all the time. The people have to make a change.
Well, they not doing nothing. Hold on. First of all, hold on, Minister. When you elect somebody, they supposed to have your best interest of the district or the said voters that have voted for them. So you do have every right to hold them accountable. You have that right because that's what they are there for. But to isolate or X them out of the conversation is trash because they have the ability, they have access to further or help what's going on in the neighborhood to change. So I'm not going to just completely throw that in the, okay, forget these elected officials. No, because they just got a raise. They just got a raise. I'm not.
Well, yeah, we know that. We know that. I'm not saying that they're excused for anything, but you see yourself that they don't even have the answers. They don't have the answers, do they? They ask you. They come to Tory. What will you do? You know, and you like, you know.
I'm not going to give them my sauce. Hey.
Right. When they come, right, they paid everybody else for it. So why they want you for free? I understand. But I'm saying they don't have the answers. And, you know, they want all. So sometimes, like you say, what are you doing? The people do it.
Right.
The people make a change, and they have the answers. They show them what will work in the community. Then those elected officials behind them. If they throwing money around like they do, throw it in the right places. Don't just throw it to your buddies. Throw it in the right places and make a change, make a difference. That's what I'm saying. So the people get behind it and make that change in the community. And then the representatives say, okay, that's working. Let's throw some money behind that instead of just throwing it in the wishing well. Because that's all they're doing. They wishing they
throwing it in their back pocket, yeah.
And they can't. You know, right.
Remember
so
last year? Remember last year we was talking about the SDC closing their doors, and a lot of people. This is one of the biggest organizations on the north side, and notice that nobody's talking about if they open, if they functioning, or you know what I mean. It's like we are not as a people really trying to, to me. Really keeping an eye on what really communities need to actually function. And many times when we lose huge organizational ideas that got programs and things like that, I mean, it was almost crickets on the SDC in 2025.
But see, it's always the north side that takes the big hit. You know, you go back years ago, even when they had fires and stuff, and even the Red Cross said they're not coming into your neighborhood no more. Y'all got to come to us.
I had to fight
things like that. They always fear the north side. If anything happens, we ain't doing that for the north side no more. And that's not working. You can't abandon the part of your city and think that your city will get better. If you abandon that part, then that part going to grow like cancer. It's going to affect your area like it did on Water Street, and now they want to be concerned again. So you can't do that. You gotta heal the whole land. You can't just heal part of the land. You gotta heal the whole land. That's one of my favorite scriptures.
Better have a good leadership.
Chronicles.
Yeah, if you ain't got good leaders and good philosophy, you ain't going nowhere. And I always tell people you can only go as far as the person you allow to be in the front. And if they confused, if they ain't doing nothing, you eventually it's going to hinder progress. So I always tell people you got to be careful who you allow to be in the front, who you allowed to follow, what vision are you following, because this is what's going to hinder or progress the neighborhood.
But sometimes I agree with you on that, but that's the general rule, but there's always exceptions to the rule. And the exception to the rule is sometimes that you'll get somebody there who might be kind of green, who wants to help, but don't know what to do.
But then that's
when you give them that responsibility, when you give them that responsibility, they may try to meet that level, come up to that. Some of them do it. I ain't saying everybody. Some of them be career politicians.
That sounds like you hoping for the potential.
You know that.
It sounds like you looking at the potential. We've been looking at potential since I was born. They might got potential, or this person might do. No, I came to the conclusion through all my years, if they not already doing a certain level of action, I'm talking about like where you can see that, okay, there may be some knowledge there that they have. If that's not already there, it's not just gonna pop up out the blue. It's not gonna pop up, and you got to be careful when you select leadership.
To learn.
Well, you can't learn on my dime. You cannot learn on my dime. You cannot learn. You're not going to experiment on me. That's why I don't hang around with folks now, because I don't want them to experiment on me. That's why I don't let people. I'm just saying.
So Tory, say you had a company and they make you the manager. Mm-hmm. Does that always mean that you are equipped to be the manager? No. Sometimes you go get that position. You go learn how to manage better. You gonna learn more from just being in that position. And as you learn, you gonna make everybody around you better. And some people do it. I'm not saying everybody do that.
I'm just talking.
We know everybody knows.
And I understand where you're coming from, but at this point, and it's so bad that from what I'm seeing, we need people that's really ready to really make some real impact. This is when you go looking for coaches and leadership and ideas that are already making inroads. Now, you can coast when you have a better ran neighborhood. You can coast. You can get somebody in there. Maybe they can sit behind somebody in leadership that's they can sit behind, learn, and then take their turn. But at this point, what I'm seeing is we are consistently hoping, we are consistently trying to look at potential. It's burnt. It's time for action. And if we not finna get no real action, we gonna be in problem. It's gonna be a problem.
I think you're talking about Milwaukee.
No, I'm talking about.
You keep on talking about
no, I'm
Milwaukee.
talking about. I didn't say Milwaukee not one time. I said just community.
Okay.
Period. You said Milwaukee. I said leadership. I'm talking about philosophy.
No, I know that.
I'm talking about teammateship. I'm talking about camaraderie. I'm talking about somebody and people that can come together and fuel the idea for change. And it don't matter where it's at.
Right. And we had those people. And every time we get those kind of people, they shut them up. They sit them down. They pay them off. They do something. They kill them, whatever they got to do. We've had a lot of those kind of people. Mm-hmm. They lock them up. Whatever, they get rid of it any way possible. They get rid of people. So people be kind of scared to step up in that position again.
Don't be scared.
You can't be. You can't fear nobody but God.
Hey, you already know.
You can't fear nobody but God.
All right. Hey. Once you say you're scared, I know you ain't the leader.
Well, look, Moses was scared. He made every excuse in the world why he couldn't lead the people. But God got behind him.
I don't think he was scared. I just think he didn't want to do it. He never, not once did he say he was scared. He just said he wanted to do it. Now, I always tell people the task of turning things around, people just don't want. Jesus didn't even want to do it. He went up to what they say, it started, sweating drops of blood. He didn't want to go through that.
In the Garden of Gethsemane?
Yeah.
He said if it's all possible, let this stuff pass. But nevertheless,
he wasn't scared.
Nevertheless, not my will. But not scared. He was just over that they could do it another way.
So I don't think Moses
he said,
was scared.
Nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done.
Yeah,
God's will will be done. It ain't my will, but your will will be done. But that's what I came here for. That's the only reason I came here.
Yeah, he had to go through it. Right, thanks.
He had to go through it. And we don't want to go to the church. They had to go to the fiery furnace. They had to go to the lion's den. They had to go through it. But that's the thing about it. Right. They going through it. They just going in it. That's the whole thing. Right. If you go through it, that's better than going in it. Because in it, you may not come out. But they going all the way through, in and out.
Right.
So that's a blessing. I had to go through what I had to go through.
A good leader is going to go through it regardless if they feel the need or the lack.
Yeah, they're going to push through. That's the thing. You got to press your way through sometimes. Mm-hmm. It all will be easy. It's good to have somebody on your side, air to hold your heads up, so the people can come through the water. Somebody that will lift you up, that can keep you standing. You need somebody like that as well, like Batman needed a Robin.
Right.
You need somebody on your side, and that's great. That's great. So we have a leader, but the thing is, everything is not a natural warfare. Some things that we go through is spiritual warfare. Mm-hmm. Right. Yes, and that's why I say my scripture is 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. There's a lot of conditions we have to do. And then when I hear from heaven, I'll forgive their sins and heal their land. See, now your land being healed, but you gotta act first. You got to have a leader there that's going to get you through all that stuff first. That, hey, y'all, let's repent. Hey, y'all, let's turn from our wicked ways. Let's seek God. Let's do all this. Let's stop all this bickering. Let's stop complaining. Let's stop the chaos. Let's teach our children to behave. Let's teach respect back in the household. Let's teach, put the phones away and sit around and have family dinner. Let's teach these natural things that can help us out.
Basics.
Let's teach having a Bible class in your house. Something that can calm down the evil spirits. Let's teach all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And then that's what we need. But we don't want to do that. We so busy giving our 1-year-olds a tablet to calm them down that we ain't got to raise them. Let the TV and the tablet raise them.
Well, that's why we need prayer, Minister Kevin. That's why you come on for this Monday prayer every Monday, so we can kind of get everybody on one accord. And I appreciate you every Monday faithfully. That we have these prayers and these conversations so our people can hear the faith and keep the faith. So once again, if y'all out there in radio land, in the chat, I'm going to need y'all to gather around however y'all consuming the Tory Lowe Show today for the Monday prayer. And we appreciate you, Miracle Minister Kevin, for this Monday prayer.
I love you, my brother. Lord, as we humble ourselves and ask you to hear our prayers again, we first ask that you forgive us and wash us clean. Forgive us individually, as a community, and a nation. We seek you and only you to be our healer and our savior. Even as we look at our scars, our brokenness, our natural and spiritual famines, and the loss of so many of our loved ones, we know that you still haven't abandoned us, for you said in your word you will never leave or forsake us. All of those setbacks that we have gave us testimony for how we made it through. And those testimonies now give us hope for tomorrow and better days, so we can ask boldness and assurance for your continuous protection and guidance throughout this week and every week. Rebuke every enemy that tries to hinder us from reaching that milk and honey that you have in store for us. I speak life and life more abundantly in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hey, anything else you want to say, Miracle Minister Kevin?
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
So let me ask you, when the government, and again, I'm doing the air quotes, tightens the belt, who's standing underneath the belt when it snaps back?
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
Don't want you to agree. Honestly, should I be transparent? I don't really care if you agree. I, like you, want to be heard.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 101.7 The Truth.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. You make time for everyone else. Family, work, everything in between. Now it's time to take care of you. If you're 45 to 64 and don't have insurance or your plan doesn't cover screenings, you may qualify for free mammograms and Pap tests through the City of Milwaukee Health Department's Breast and Cervical Cancer Awareness Program. Call 414-286-2133 to see if you're eligible. Real self-care starts with your health, and early detection saves lives. Funded by Wisconsin Well Woman. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/wellwoman.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site. And to all, a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
You gotta tune in, yeah. Hey, Tory Lowe, you know how you go, don't play, always up in the flow, hey, they never know, hey, they gotta go, you don't know Tory, then you better know, yeah, all in the streets, people just know he a beast, he cannot go and get beat, every game type it repeat, Yeah, know how it go. He up in the news, you know how it go. He the heavy, you know how the flow, you know he the flow. He be the Joe, he did the show.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I want to talk about this before we get into, a lot of these things that are going on in the neighborhood. I was with my son, Troy. He won the hot dog eating challenge this summer. He beat Benjamin in the hot dog eating challenge. So he's getting older. So, and definitely costing me a pretty penny to feed. So, but he asked me a question, and I just want to bring it in front of Truth Nation. I mean, and his question was, why do I get out and deal with the community every day and don't get paid most of the time, like from helping people? Like, people request my services. I treat it like it's a job. Basically. And I didn't know what to say because, usually, kids don't ask those kind of questions. He just don't. But he's getting older. And so I think that a lot of adults even ask me that question. But I think when I heard it from him, I had to kind of, usually when adults ask me that question, I'll be like, well, it is what it is. It's kind of a calling. But with my son, you can't tell him that. When your son asks you the question and he watching you every day go out here and deal with the community, I was like, you know what, son, sometimes when you feel a higher calling on your life, you just got to go and just be obedient to your calling. Many times your calling is not something that I would say is my career. Like, I'm on the radio, that's my career. I'm passionate about it. I went to school for it. This is what I love to do. This is something I love to do. It's something that I'm passionate about. It's my career. But sometimes your calling, like we talked about with Minister Kevin, Miracle Minister Kevin, sometimes your calling, when he said that Moses was scared, he didn't want to do it, or Jesus was praying, Lord, take this cup from. Like, sometimes your calling is not something that you actually love to do. It's just what your purpose is. So I always try to separate what I do on the radio. If I make a movie, I produce movies, I do radio, I do entertainment ideas, I do music. These are the things that I love to do, like something that, this is just a part of my makeup. If you look up Tory Lowe, you'll see me doing music. You'll see me, I got some movies out there. You'll see all of that. But I don't even mix that with my calling, that my spiritual calling, And so I think that I was trying to explain to him that one day you may feel a purpose, a higher calling to your life, and this is something that you're going to have to do regardless if you like it or not. So I hope I was trying to make sense out of it, but I was trying to give him an example of how many people, they'll say that their calling is their job where they get a check, And I understand it because they can get paid and they can do what they love to do. And then I can see how people can say, oh, wow, that's awesome. You're getting paid to do what you love to do. That's your calling and all that X, Y, and Z. But I was like, in my world, my calling and what I love to do is two separate things. Sometimes when I pick up the phone, I don't even want to pick up the phone. When my phone rings, I already know what time it is. You know how I answer the phone? What's going on? I just answer the phone, get straight to it. What's going on? What's happening? Next thing you know, they get to talking. It's nothing cordial, nothing how you doing? None of that. It's like, okay, what's going on? What happened? That's my conversation when I pick up the phone off the top, because I understand my purpose, my calling, and then I'm trying to see how fast I can bring a result or remedy the issue off the top. And I may not want to do that, Andrew. That may not be something that I want to do. I may have plans. I may have maybe a nice date or something going on, or maybe somewhere where I want to be, and then I get a call, but I have to be more in tune with my calling, because if I was not, I would just go and be like, I'll answer that later. So I think after the whole conversation, I hope I didn't confuse the boy. I think he got it. He kind of shook his head up and down like, okay, I understand.
I followed it. Makes sense.
Yeah, so once again, I hope I got the point across, but a lot of people, they ask me this question. They ask me this question all the time, and when my son asked me the question, I just was like, oh, wow. He's getting old enough to watch and see, and I got to answer this question, so here we go. Look, when we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your home has been working hard for you. Now it's time to let it work a little harder. With a home equity line of credit from Brewery Credit Union, you can turn the equity you've built into smart solutions. Pay off high-interest debt, remodel your kitchen, or take care of life's unexpected expenses with flexible access to funds when you need them. Apply today and put your home's value to work for you. Visit brewerycu.com or stop by Brewery Credit Union. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive On collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. Packers had a damaging 34-26 loss to the Broncos while also losing Micah Parsons and Christian Watson.
You don't wish that on anybody, but it's obviously tough. I mean, we all know what type of player he is. And
the Packers can vault back to the top of the NFC North with a win over the Bears on Saturday in Chicago. The Bucs get jumped in New York by the Nets 127-82. Doc Rivers after the game.
That was disappointing. Probably one of the more disappointing games I've ever been involved in.
Next game is Thursday against Toronto at 7. Badger Volleyball is heading to Kansas City to play in the Final Four. They beat Texas 3-1 and will now play Thursday against number 1 Kentucky. Middle blocker Carter Booth after the game.
I mean, like I told you when we spoke earlier in practice, I refuse to lose. Sorry, guys, but I refuse.
Badger Volleyball is estimated to play around 8 p.m. on Thursday. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah, trying to do what I want, do what I feel. Trying to do what I want, do what I feel. Sipping the lemonade, hot like a skillet. This is my town, this is my city. I'm trying to kick you to school like I'm in Flurry. Winning about, and it's in a hurry. Open the door for the people. I was trying to show them it's equal. How much you charge for your soul? Yeah, it's truly I know.
101. 7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show.
Yo.
Hey, we got Pop Culture Report with Nas,
Truth Nation,
Spencer in studio. Look, we got a lot going on with the Packers.
Of course, you got too much going on.
A couple injuries going on.
Yeah.
A loss at Denver.
Rough day.
A lot of when I came in today, a lot of my brothers over there at ESPN, the Super Bowl hopes and dreams might have a little cloud hanging over it this year.
Look, I was telling people earlier this year, I'm like, y'all got Micah Parsons, we got Micah Parsons this year, and it helped our Super Bowl chances, but I didn't think we was gonna win it this year.
Hold on.
I thought we was gonna
Don't. Hey, if we got the full squad, we win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If the Packers is healthy right now, ain't nobody questioning us going to the Super Bowl.
Right, but that's unrealistic though. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Ain't nobody gonna stay healthy all season. You know what I'm saying? Like, things happen, and then people start playing bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't be jumping the gun too early. We gotta wait till midseason.
Here we
at
go.
least. That's I'm a real.
Here we go.
I'm a football fanatic, man. I love
all
good
I'm saying
football.
is, just a couple weeks ago, everybody, just before this Denver game, people was talking Super Bowl. Now, what a difference one game makes. This is what I'm just saying. Like,
they do.
All these talking heads, Green Bay this, Green Bay that.
Uh-huh.
Packers on a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, all your hopes, all your dreams. I don't believe it. I believe that if LaFleur can coach this team up, because this is where great coaches step in. Like, when the chips is down and the talking heads get to talking. Now, we always, Matt LaFleur, his coaching, Jordan Love, is he going, what he doing with the offense? But I'm telling you, if he wanna, because they didn't extend his contract.
Right.
They haven't gave him a contract extension. Now it's time to get to coaching.
Yeah.
Because we still got enough talent to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Now, I also think it comes down to Jordan Love. I mean, you gotta ride with your quarterback now. Like, it really hinges on him. I know Micah was the defense. Micah was, the leader of that defense. Christian Watson going down. You got who was the tight end that went down earlier this year.
Right.
Tucker Kraft, he went down. It's just you gotta put it on Jordan Love a little bit. You're going to Chicago on Saturday.
All I'm saying is Jordan Love had just got into the MVP conversation.
Right.
Okay, now prove it. Okay, this is all I'm saying. All right, this is gonna set the stage.
If you got 3
because
games
we
left.
got the Bears. We got the Bears coming. And what I'm saying is now is the bet. It's not too late to show why you great.
Right. And you got the Bears. You got Lamar Jackson coming to Green Bay for your last home game of the season. And then you got to go to Minnesota. And Minnesota like to play upset. And they don't want nobody making playoffs on that count. Now,
right.
If you lose,
and this they Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Like if the Packers, they just want the Packers not to make it because they ain't misery love company.
Of course. They want us on vacation just like them. Like they had they super nice win last night against the Cowboys, and they're thinking, oh hey, we still got a chance. They're not eliminated yet. So if they went out too, it still might come down to the last game. But regardless of that, you got Saturday to focus on now. You got Caleb Williams coming
in red hot after that win over the Browns.
Right.
But I believe that they had the Browns kind of was a game that they was expected to win. The Bears was expected to beat the Browns.
And the Packers lost.
Salute to Shador. I like that story.
Yeah.
He didn't have the best game, but it wasn't all his fault either. A lot of times they got a couple quick touchdowns at the beginning, put them behind as an offense. So not to make no excuses for Shador, but like I said, that whole thing over in Cleveland, I've been watching all year.
That team's horrible, man.
Yeah.
I'm not making excuses for him either, but like he played pretty bad yesterday. I won't lie, but it's just there's not much to work with over there.
He didn't have a line. Like I said, better teams gonna have a better reaction. The Titans wasn't as good as the Bears.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so the Bears came to town off of a Packer loss. They had a chip on their shoulder. Okay, so what I'm saying is the Packers-Bears game that's coming up, both teams now, the Bears had a chance to, reset. The Packers took a loss and lost two big players.
2 star players on their team.
Now,
both sides, too.
Is Christian Watson coming back?
I don't know if he probably not coming back this week. I would doubt that. He avoided serious injury, so he's coming back this season for sure. But
it's Micah. He's out.
He's out. 9 months recovery.
Man.
At least 9 months recovery. Him and Patrick Mahomes, actually. Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL yesterday, too. ACL Sunday, as we were saying off the air. But, it's ACL Sunday.
Protect your ACL.
Yeah, if you got an ACL and you listening, and you in the league, you better hold on to it. You got 3 weeks left to make the playoffs for those of you who are still able to. But, like I said, man, the Packers got Bears. The Ravens, I don't like that game. And then you got the Vikings. Now, the Ravens the only reason I don't like the Ravens game is because Lamar don't lose in December. Everybody know that.
Here we go.
Yeah, everybody know he don't lose.
They took a drop, though.
Damn.
They dropped off. The Ravens is not the team that we thought we was going to see. Right.
They just shut out the Bengals yesterday.
But the Bengals ain't all that. It wasn't all. Come on now.
It's a divisional game.
I understand what you're saying, but I mean, where we thought that the Ravens would be right now.
Right. I agree.
They are still a dangerous team.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, still a dangerous team. Kind of like the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, you don't want to play the Ravens or the Eagles in the playoffs.
Right. Not at all. Like, I would rather play like the Bears. Like this week. Like this week, I would be like, okay, yeah, let's play the Bears. But the Ravens, I don't know. You don't know nothing about the Ravens, man. Like in the AFC.
So now the Packers without Micah coming down the stretch. Do we got enough juice to beat the Bears? Do we got enough juice to beat the Ravens? Do we have the mentality? Because Micah Parsons brought a whole nother level.
Right.
So this is what I'm saying. Okay, now this is where great coaches and great quarterbacks are made of right here.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna stick with the Bears real quick. Now, do we have enough juice to beat the Bears? I think we do, because historically, I think the Packers own the Bears, outside of those Super Bowls back in the day that the Bears had. But, I think it's going to come down to the quarterbacks. I really do. Because Caleb Williams still has not played a crazy game that I'm like, wow, Caleb Williams. Like, even last game. He did
throw a pass that was kind of crazy yesterday.
Yeah.
He got 3 passes in a couple games that I felt like, wow, those are.
But like a full game, though.
Well, I haven't seen a full game yet.
Right. A full game of Caleb Williams playing like
lights out.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was in college. I have not seen one this year. So it's really, I think our defense is still nice. It's still nice without Micah. It's just going to be real tough having that.
A lot of teams are not going to be as afraid of the Packers.
After seeing Bo Nix drop dimes on the defense. It's not.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Bo Nix.
Look, let's go to break. You know what? I don't want to hear no more of this. Look, when we come back, we got Giannis. Giannis Antetokounmpo is reportedly uncomfortable with all the trade rumors.
Here we go. This guy.
I want to talk about what's going on with Giannis. There's a lot of chatter.
We can talk about
We'll talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you ready for open enrollment? Now through January 15th, you can explore affordable health insurance options if you don't already have coverage through your job, Medicare, or Medicaid. The Community Health Access Program, CHAP, helps residents find affordable plans and guides you through the enrollment process, connecting you with resources to support your family. CHAP is a program of the City of Milwaukee Health Department. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/CHAP. That is milwaukee.gov/CHAP or calling 414-286-8620.
You hit the library. Shh, hard. And keep your eyes on the prize. Also, one day you can earn that bachelor's. Finishing what you start where you want, that's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where smart programs prep you for next level challenges. Earning your bachelor's can start right away. And graduation is just the beginning. Here's to an education that takes you farther. Here's how you get there. Here at matc.edu/get there.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tory Lowe turn pain into pleasure. The man turn a dog turn a shepherd. He getting the lost ones together. Trying to tell them the truth, tell them they can do better. Low in the streets, you better know it's for the people. Trying to take the village back from the villains, let them know it's a sequel. That boy heart so big, he can't fit inside a wriggle. No fraud, no tricks, no deceit, no evil. Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report. Nas in studio. Nas Spencer.
Yes, sir.
In studio. Now look, Nas, I ain't never heard this much talk about Giannis about to leave or Trey talks about Giannis.
Look,
what's happening? A lot of people are saying that Giannis need to just really come out and say what's really going on, because
I agree.
They believe that he may be on his way out of Milwaukee.
Can I give you a quick, cool little stat that you might find like kind of crazy? It's 7 minutes left in yesterday's game. Okay, we're down big. You know, man, like we got blitzed last night by the Nets. Okay, 7 minutes and 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It was 82-114. You know what the final score was? 7 minutes. We got 7 minutes left. 82-127. We didn't score for 7 minutes of the last game last night.
What?
82 points with 7 minutes. We could have made a little bit of a comeback, right? Didn't score a point.
Wow.
The rest of the game.
And the Nets ain't even going hard like that.
Right. I mean, they beat us. They blitzed.
What? I'm talking about, but they not,
They're not. No, they have like 4 wins.
That's what I'm saying.
Now we won of them.
You lose to the Wizards.
And you lose to the Nets. But you beat the Celtics on Thursday. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So here's my thing. Here we go. Now, if I'm Giannis, I'm seeing these games. I'm a bit confused on what I want to do at this point. Because, I want to leave, but, do I want to leave? This is my place. This is my city. I don't run from the grind. But now we're losing to the worst teams in the league. Are we even close to being a champion team? Because we just beat the Celtics. We lost to the Sixers, but we came back on them. And there was another game before that where we came back and beat them. With Giannis was out. We won that game. But I agree. Giannis should come out and be like, hey, this is what I want to do. But I don't think he wants to be the bad guy. I've been saying this the whole time. He don't want to look bad for the city. He don't want to look bad because he has so many clips of him saying, I don't run from the grind. I don't do this. I don't do that. I want to stay with my team for the rest of my career.
I thought he deleted all those clips.
He did.
Off of social media.
The internet did it. The internet got it. We pulling that stuff on Twitter. Everybody got that pulled up.
I'm just trying to tell you, I don't think that I feel bad that Giannis want to be traded. If that was the case.
If he came out and said it, I'd be like, okay,
but I'd rather for him to come out and say it.
Yes, exactly.
I'd rather for him to just be like, you know what, we had an amazing run here,
right?
But I'm ready to take my talent somewhere else. I would respect that, but I don't know if this is holding the team hostage. I don't know if it's for contract negotiations. I don't know. It's I would respect the fact that he would come out and be like, you know what, I want to be in New York.
Let's do it.
Like I want to be somewhere else. Even though they're going to want the house for Giannis.
Of course. Yeah, let's do it.
They're going to want the house for Giannis. But at the end of the day, I would respect that.
I would 100%.
I already respect Giannis.
Right, yeah,
regardless.
exactly. Yeah.
He already gave us a championship in our lifetime.
He ain't got nothing else to do.
In our lifetime.
Right.
So I'm just saying, but if there's talks underneath that I want to leave, but coming out to the public like,
Mm-hmm. It's people going out, media guys coming out saying like he's a coward or something for not wanting to do it. I ain't gonna call him a coward, but I do want him to just speak up about it. Like he ain't said not one word about him wanting to leave, like in the public face. He has not said
Doc
a word.
said he didn't say that.
Right, but he said publicly that he wants to win.
But his agent is in talks. Like anytime you got your agent talking for you, your agent tell you to sit back. I got this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Bad.
He got a calf strain.
Mm-hmm.
Chill out.
Don't ruin your trade.
Yeah, let me do the talking because now it's business.
Yep, now it's business.
And it's dealing with the Bucks right now with the way that the team is going.
Mm-hmm.
Do you risk getting out there and having a major injury during these talks? Like I don't know. It just seems like a coincidence when it comes to the strain and the talks.
Yeah.
And okay, so do you risk it all in your prime playing basketball on a team like this right now?
You see, another thing is though, like we got to look at some other teams too that are they're going through the same situation. Steph Curry just dropped 50 last night. They lost. The Cavs have been losing all season. Not as good as last year. How good they were last year. I mean, we still got a chance to compete. We just don't have our best player. And I think we formed the team completely well around Giannis. Giannis, when he was playing, he saw KPJ can go drop 30 when you're on the court with us. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Portis can have a good game off the bench. It's just Miles Turner, he compliments you very well. I think you just got to come out and say what you really want to do, man. I think it's a good situation.
The Bucks have had at least 7 or 8 seasons where Giannis in his prime, we could have easily made some adjustments and actually got another championship.
Tell you, injuries.
Injuries have been a major factor with Dame. I still got Dame on my desk.
Yeah.
The bobblehead.
Yeah.
I mean, it just like that whole Dame era came and went.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have the Miles era where we losing to the Wizards, we losing to the Nets. We beat the Celtics, but then was they
blown out by the Sixers?
That's all I'm saying. Like, is this something that Giannis has to make a decision on right now? The trade deadline is coming up.
Yeah, in about 2 months. Yep, right, a week before All-Star break.
So all this chatter is right around where you can get or a team that can bite on Giannis, and maybe with the draft choices that because you're not gonna just You're not just for to grab Giannis.
No, your whole team is going to
but
get
who has the draft capital to get him?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of teams do, but they're not good. So he's not going to want to go there. The Spurs have it, but they're not trading nobody. Not no more. When Wemby came back, just beat the Thunder. They say, yo, we can compete. We was winning without Wemby, so with Wemby we go be even better. So I don't think I think it's reported that the Spurs, the Rockets, and the Thunder don't want Giannis. They're not going to try to. They're not going to try to trade for him because they know it's going to happen.
It's going to take their team apart to try to pull it off.
But the Bucks do business. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly what they don't. It's not a Luka situation where you just go get scraps and Anthony Davis. It's going to be a whole.
What was that trade? Was that Paul George when they traded the?
Oh man!
Like Clippers, all of those
Clippers ruined the league. They ruined the league. The Thunder might get AJ DeBonson from BYU, top three pick.
Wow,
he's a baller too. So Clippers ruined the league, and they played this. I think they play tonight or tomorrow, something like that. So that's cool. But look, I'm a big Giannis guy, man. If wherever he goes, I'm gonna support. But if he stay here, thank you. But if not,
so if he goes to the East, let's go to the Knicks or the Heat or something. You're still rooting for him?
No, I'm not gonna root for him. But I'm gonna be a Giannis fan still. But no, every time we play, I'm gonna be like, boo. You know, if he went to the West, cool, have fun. I'm a big fan of that team then.
Like I said, the Bucks championship team has been. It's not the same team. The Bucks we see now is not the championship team.
They did not look like they wanted to play last night. I'm gonna say that proudly. Like I watched it. I watched a little bit of it. I was watching a lot of football yesterday, obviously, but
Chris Middleton gone. You know, it's not the same team.
It's not at all.
So we trying to put new pieces in there for the last couple seasons, and we it's like gambling almost. Do these people work? Can this team have the chemistry? With this team right now, you think we got the chemistry?
I think we have chemistry on the team. They are brothers. They just don't know how to hoop right now. I don't know what it is. They don't look like they want to play. It's weird. Thursday they looked like they wanted to play. I guess against the Celtics, they came to play. But then you get games like yesterday. It's just like it's so inconsistent. You can't go on a win streak with this team right now. You can't.
They got rid of the defense with Drew Holiday. Like I said, but a lot of people was willing to take Dame in exchange for Drew.
Yeah. I think a lot of teams would have done that. Yeah. So I can't really fault that. It's just the fact that a lot of people knew that it wasn't going to work. And
here we go.
I'm telling you, a lot of people.
You sound like you still got some hope in the books.
Of course, that's my team.
That's my team. But I'm just saying, when the big man Giannis, when he start getting funny with Giannis, I got to reevaluate.
He said he's been doing this for years, bro. He's been doing this for years. He's been saying, I want to be on a contention. I want to be on a contender. I want to do this and that.
They may not be taking him serious.
He just needs to say what he really wants. Do you want to leave or do you want to stay?
That's what hit
it.
I think that he need to say, come out and don't do a LeBron. I'm finna go. You have a big, decision. I'm finna make my decision. All that. Sit around and then talk about he finna go to South Beach. I think that he need to just go right ahead. Let the people know we gon' understand it.
Yeah, I get it.
We gonna understand it. Ain't gonna be no hard feelings.
I think everybody just mad that he just dragging it on, not saying nothing about it. If you come out and say like I don't want to leave, like cool, but then just don't leave. If you end up leaving after that, then it's gonna be a bad look. That's when you become the bad guy. You say one thing and you do the other.
Let's go, Giannis. I believe I'll forever be a Giannis fan no matter what he do.
I agree. If you go to the Knicks, then
but breakups are sloppy.
Yeah. It's gonna be sloppy regardless. It's already sloppy, so you got to fix it with your words, in my opinion.
Well, thank you for that pop culture report, Nas.
Of course, yes, sir.
Right. I'll talk to you soon. All right, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're gonna open up the lines. Stay locked in.
Coming with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube, where strong voices meet strong opinions.
The district had as a whole was 59.5. That was awful. It was bad. But it is not just an MPS story. It is a story for the city of Milwaukee when you talk about some of these schools. So when we talk about the state of education, we just can't always talk about MPS. We got to talk about Milwaukee as a whole and why there are so many failing schools in Milwaukee. But we bash MPS, understand it is beyond MPS. MPS just has to educate your kids. But I love the fact that we have a new superintendent that is acknowledging that these scores are not good enough. I love the level of accountability. Caselia said in response to the results, she said, we need to grow more and faster to truly meet and exceed the expectations that our families and community have for us and the expectations we have for each other as educators. Our new literacy plan is the first step towards a stronger growth. And I love it.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from 12 to 1, streaming live on YouTube and on 101.7 The Truth. Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Rising prices and inflation could mean the final stretch of holiday shopping leads to holiday debt. President and CEO of Landmark Credit Union Tim McKay shares what a survey of Southeast Wisconsin shoppers shows.
55% expect some post-holiday strain from some of the spending. It was interesting to see that 69% plan to spend under $100 per gift, which is similar to what we saw last year, but 41% anticipate carrying some holiday debt into the new year.
McKay adds that younger generations are using more buy now, pay later offers instead of debit or credit up front. Opening statements are underway in the federal trial of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. She faces 2 counts of felony obstruction and concealment charges after allegedly helping a Mexican immigrant evade federal authorities in April. The prosecution's case is expected to run through at least Thursday, with roughly 24 witnesses lined up to take the stand. Dugan claims she's immune from prosecution because she was acting in her official capacity as a judge. If convicted on both counts, she faces up to 6 years in prison. The trial started this morning at 9 a.m. and we will have more updates throughout the week. Federal funding could be at risk over Milwaukee County bus fare evasion. The Federal Transit Authority has sent letters to city and county leaders asking them to take immediate action. Milwaukee County Transit System lost more than $4 million in 2024 and is starting at a $14 million budget deficit in 2026. The FTA wants reports from the county and city by December 22nd on how fares are enforced and how rider safety can improve. If leaders don't respond, federal funding could be at risk. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I got a question for Truth Nation. It's holiday season. And this is something that you can call in, 833-212-1017. I guess everybody's answer is going to be different. But, and y'all can take the poll because we're going to have to put a poll up on this one. My question of the day. This is an interesting question of the day because I don't think people really think about how much they're spending for the holiday season, Andrew. I think a lot of people are just buying and how much do you, not how much do you want, but they're asking people, what do they want for Christmas? And then no matter what comes out of their mouth, they're going to try to get it. And many times if you got 5 or 6 people with requests, that could add up. Around the time where a lot of people saying that they really just ain't got it like that. You know, I think that this time of year, a lot of people just are looking forward to making sure that their family member or loved one can have a great Christmas. I think they just want Christmas to be the best. They got this ideal in their head of the Christmas tree and some gifts under there and the matching pajamas. You know, this is kind of like what they marketed to us, you know, but many times on the real side of these holiday seasons, these late Christmas, you know, New Year's, a lot of people are they don't got it like that. But I'm wondering, what is the budget for the family? Do you have a budget for the family? How much should you spend on your family for Christmas? Is it 100 to 300? You know, that sounds about okay. I could probably get some good stuff. 100 to 300. Is it 300 to 500? You know, I got to make sure, you know, my girl, you know, she want this, she want that. She want the fur coat. I mean, I don't know if $500 to get it, but I could probably get the squirrel tail.
The faux fur, the faux fur.
Yeah, the faux fur, something nice. $500 to $1,000. You know what? I got my family. I got some loved ones. I got some friends. I'm having friend Christmas. What they call it? The friend Christmas thing. What do they call that when the friends get together?
Many just call it Christmas, but yeah, friend Christmas.
It's something that they named it. But, people doing that little extra around the holiday season. They going around making their rounds or over $1,000. How much are you spending for this Christmas? 833-212-1017. How much? This is the question of the day. How much should you spend on your family for Christmas this year? Sometimes, it's no limit. Some of y'all, y'all, it is what it is. I want to know. Josh says it all depends if you got it. If you don't got it, then stop capping. It's not about the price. It's about the intent and the thought that counts. I mean, that's what they told you is love. Love don't cost a thing. But don't give somebody something for Christmas and you're going to figure out if love costs a thing or not. I don't know. 833-212-1017. Mo the Elephant says under $50. Under $50.
It's like a white elephant.
Yeah, that's like, maybe he went to the Dollar Tree. There's plenty toys in there for $1.
I got a Christmas gift today.
Now, I guess it's $1.25. Yeah. Hold on, you spent how much on a Christmas present?
I'm just saying, I got a gift today that was over $50.
Like you bought a gift?
No, like somebody gave me a gift.
Oh, somebody gave you a gift? A Secret Santa?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
People love me, Tory.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, then how much did you spend on your Secret Santa?
Not $50.
We usually do a Secret Santa at the Truth, but I didn't see anything for the Truth to have a Secret Santa this year.
Yeah, they let up this year.
We don't have a Secret Santa.
No.
So how did you get a Secret Santa?
I got other friends, Tory.
Oh, outside of the Truth.
Can I have friends outside of work?
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm just asking. Because this is something that's
you
internal.
Want for me?
I'm just asking for internal. No, I don't do the gift thing. Like, I don't stop nobody else from doing it. I just love me and treat me right. The greatest gift to me is love and care. If you care about me, that's the greatest gift that I can get. You can't get me no better gift than you caring about me and actually loving me properly. That's the greatest gift on earth to me.
I'll pick up another gallon of orange juice for you.
Yeah, it's little stuff like that. A gallon of orange juice don't cost much. But the thing is, this is where I say this time of year, I get all these phone calls and families are trying to figure out how to make the Christmas season festive. And it's so many toy drives. I would say if Google toy drives, if you want to get the toy drive people involved. How much time do we got left? It's December 15th. This is probably the time you probably need to reach out to the toy drive people because a lot of times, a lot of those toys are given out to organizations a year in advance. So you have to make sure that you're paying attention to toy drives. We was just at the Kids toy drive in Grafton where they was a hub for people to bring in the toys, but you have to do your due diligence and get out here and use your phone, Google toy drives in your area, and then call the numbers. If they don't have it, they'll hook you up with another organization that has toys. It's no reason if you celebrate Christmas that you should be without this year. You can't wait till the last minute for everything. Because sometimes you call somebody at the last minute, you may not get it. Because some people they plan well ahead when it comes to these toy drives. That's all I'm saying. So I want to know, what are you spending this year on Christmas? Or are you even spending anything for Christmas? Do you even got anything to spend? 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. I just got text over the weekend from a family who lost everything in a fire. And remember last week I told people to be careful because the electrical fires is about to start up. And lo and behold, over the weekend, a mother of 2 children lost everything in electrical fire due to old wiring in the home. Now, if you go to my page on Tory Lowe on Facebook, Tory Lowe, King on Facebook, I got the story posted. Terrible fire that took place. I talked to the mother late last night. I made the post later in the evening yesterday. But what I'm saying is this is the time of the year where the electrical fires take place. And I said this, now we have a family that needs assistance from the community because they lost everything in this fire. And they want the community, they need community assistance. And somebody, and this is what I don't like about our community sometimes. They'll see somebody going through extreme tragedy, and then they'll get on the and they not gonna give anything. You know what I found out? Most people who talk crazy, that they not gonna do nothing anyway. Like they just want to hear themselves talk. Some people, y'all just like to hear yourself say something, even though y'all have no work or y'all have not helped one person this year. Y'all just want to troll, troll situations. I laugh because this is where we came to in society, where people just, I guess they more about trolling than really trying to get some stuff really done. So I'm looking at the comments on this fire that's on my page. If y'all can go look at the fire post that I made on Tory Lowe on Facebook, and it's up on the stream. I think Andrew got it up on the stream. But look at this video of the house, and there go a Christmas tree right there. Now, these old homes with the electrical fire, if you watch this rebroadcast live, we got video of the house. But if you understand, when these old homes, many times when you see that they catch on fire, it only takes 2 minutes for these homes to just totally be burnt down. So once again, we got a family, a mother of 2 that looking for assistance right now. And she even mentioned in her post that it's the holiday season. So I just think the gift of caring and the gift of love is the best gift that I can get. I can get everything else on my own. I don't need that shirt. I can buy my own shirt. It's fine if that's what you feel like you want to do, but give me the love, and the care, and I can do the rest on my own. With that love and care gonna stretch 365 days. That gift gonna be laying on the side of the bed. That T-shirt gonna be laying on the side of the bed. And it might be dirty for a while before I wash it. But that's just me. That's just Tory Lowe. Look, when we come back, I got a couple stories I want to talk about. They saying that it's massive homeless fraud going on in California. They took the homeless money. They took the folks' homeless money and spent it. We're going to talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The revolution starts in our mind, right? You know when Gil Scott-Heron said the revolution won't be televised? Like he didn't mean that you won't be able to watch it on TV. He means the revolution starts in your mind. You nincompoop. Y'all been running around saying that for 60 years. The revolution won't be televised and didn't even know what the hell it meant. It starts with us.
Let him cook. Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but the way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Your benefits, competitive. And you've built a culture so healthy, it's practically kombucha. Also, you can recruit the best. Building the strong workforce your company needs, that's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where skills get built, best practices get hands-on practice, and industry-led programs equip candidates for their first day. Going up. By graduation day. Here's to turning real up-and-comers into your next hires. Here's how you get there. Here at MATC.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Man, we living in the news, all this trauma ain't cool. So I'ma take my pain and use it as my fuel. And I'ma spit these words to let you know it's real. Tory Lowe, that's the neighborhood hero. Every time a shot rang, somebody shot me.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. They saying that it's a massive homeless fraud going on in California. Now, they just exposed something going on in Minnesota where billions of dollars of taxpayers' money was spent. Now, California got an issue because I remember they had wrote legislation up to try to end homelessness in California. Now, here we go. Massive fraud going on. See, and this is why when you talk about a lot of the tax dollars going to waste, this is dollars that could have been used to fight the issue. But it went into somebody's back pocket, Andrew. I don't think we shocked at this point that this is going on with the government. And people, they always talk about trust, you know. But, hey, when that money start coming in, they start getting funny. The money... The misuse of funds is crazy right now. That's why the housing messed up. That's why Hackham messed up right now, right here in the city of Milwaukee. But let's go over here and see what's going on with this.
$2.3 billion sent to LA County over 4 years is completely unaccounted for. That's $2.3 billion that could have been used to clean up this or find housing for people who live like this. Taxpayers have forked over tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars to fix it, and people are stealing it?
It's unbelievable, and it's probably been going on for a very long time, but unfortunately no one's really looked at it until recently. Before this position, I was in the state legislature, and we would ask a lot of questions about the billions of dollars being spent every year to solve homelessness, and we can all see with our eyes and ears that it wasn't being solved, and the money wasn't going to the people who needed it most. So one of the first things I did after being appointed as the U.S. Attorney here in L.A. was to create the Homeless Fraud and Corruption Task Force. We were starting from the bottom up, and we began brand new investigations with the IRS and the FBI, and it's already culminated in 2 separate indictments, and I can assure you that more will come.
In the 2 indictments you've announced thus far, in one case, somebody was taking this money that was meant to build homes for the homeless and spending it on things like tickets to Coachella concert, jewelry, and a Beverly Hills mansion.
It's frankly outrageous, and this goes to show when you hand out billions of dollars with little to no oversight, there are people out there that will take advantage, and that's always been our suspicion, is that there's been very little oversight or accountability to the individuals who receive this money. Most of the money goes out to nonprofits or developers who claim they're going to use the money to build housing, and what we saw in these 2 investigations, that's not where the money went, and it was used to pay one individual's American Express bill. In these 2 cases represent over...
Wow. And then, it is what it is. It's taxpayers' dollars. It's like monopoly money. It's like, you know what? We can just pay our bills with this money. You know what? The homeless, they already out there. They already out there. They already in the tent. I walked past the other day, they were out there having fun and singing and stuff like that. I mean, this is what I'm saying. This is the attitude. Like, you know what? We're going to just take this money, right? We'll think about this in 2 months. We'll talk, we'll come and we'll reconvene after we pay off our bills, and see what we got left.
Yeah, Christmas coming up.
Yeah, we got Christmas coming up. Yeah, basically, yeah. And it's just like this nonchalant attitude with the taxpayers' dollars. You know what? Look at MPS. Look how much money we threw at MPS right here in the city of Milwaukee. We throwing money at these places. Like, it ain't like they don't have the funding. But when it's time to do an accounting for the funding, that's when we realize that, we've been taken for a ride. Like, it's a lot of things going on, and this is why I always put the pressure on the leadership, because you telling me y'all not checking and seeing large amounts of money coming in, y'all not trying to see where that's going, and then nobody gets arrested. Nobody gets arrested. Hundreds of millions of taxpayers' dollars this year. And a lot of misuse going on. It came on the news. Nobody in handcuffs. Maybe I decided to do the wrong thing, Andrew. Because I don't get a dime for helping my community. I got a career. I got other things that I do. But when it comes to helping the people, that's first priority in my.
You were talking about an hour
in
about
myself.
The passion.
Yeah, the passion. Like, that's my calling. Yeah.
This is their calling.
Fraud. To steal the money. Fraud. Yeah, this is what they calling this. Like, just like I have a calling, they got a calling. They calling this to arrange the wire fraud. You know what I mean? This is wild stuff to me. And we going into 2026, and we still don't know where the money that we have put into these agencies as tax dollars. We still don't see how we're benefiting from a lot of these organizations. They come up with a need. This is what they do. And I saw this with violence prevention. I was out in the community dealing with homicides and stuff like that. All of a sudden, you get the Office of Violence Prevention. All of a sudden, they see a need. They write up the grant money. Millions of dollars have went into the Office of Violence Prevention in the city of Milwaukee. But every day you look on the news, you don't see the change. Milwaukee is a small city. The north side is not that big. Milwaukee is not that big. So if you got $8 million, $12 million to combat what they see as a problem is violence, it ain't too many areas you got to put the money into. This is not California. This is not New York. This money is life-changing dollars that we don't even see a dent being put in some of these situations. Understand what I'm saying? Okay, you talking about Burleigh, Center Street, Atkinson, North Avenue, King Drive. These are small spots where we got to invest in, and you got $12 million, and you ain't seen no improvement, and millions of dollars is coming into the community. Stop playing. Stop playing. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum.
The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. Packers had a damaging 34-26 loss to the Broncos while also losing Micah Parsons and Christian Watson.
You know, you don't wish that on anybody, but it's obviously tough. I mean, we all know what type of player he is. And
the Packers can vault back to the top of the NFC North with a win over the Bears on Saturday in Chicago. The Bucks get jumped in New York by the Nets 127-82. Doc Rivers after the game.
That was disappointing. Probably one of the more disappointing games I've ever been involved in.
Next game is Thursday against Toronto at 7. Badger Volleyball is heading to Kansas City to play in the Final Four. They beat Texas 3-1 and will now play Thursday against number 1 Kentucky. Middle blocker Carter Booth after the game.
I mean, like I told you when we spoke earlier in practice, I refuse to lose. Sorry, guys, but I refuse.
Badger Volleyball is estimated to play around 8 p.m. on Thursday. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got another situation where a Milwaukee couple's retirement dream shattered by allegedly a $2 million investment fraud scheme. And here we go, around this time of the year where a lot of people fall victim, especially people that want to advance, people that want to invest. Many times you got to be careful because they say if it sounds too good to be true, you may have to double check it. But a Milwaukee couple, they had their retirement dream shattered due to fraud. They say $2 million investment. Wow. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got audio and video. Let's listen.
On social media, Joseph Nantoma paints a picture of success.
Just checking on the Airbnb today.
This husband and wife
I would never call anyone the devil.
met Nantoma through their church community.
He's the devil.
Bank records show they invested more than $100,000 into Nantoma's company. They say he promised to return their money, plus $35,000 in profits by flipping real estate. But they haven't seen a dime.
Why are you not ready to talk about this publicly?
It is shameful and embarrassing.
The couple wants to stay anonymous. They haven't even told their children about the missing money set aside for retirement.
What does this betrayal feel like?
Can you imagine getting another rug pulled from under your feet and you fall on your face?
I don't even know
This
what they
couple
even
is
saying.
represented by Milwaukee's Axe Point Law. The firm has filed nearly 24 civil cases against Mr. Nantoma on behalf of former investors.
We have actual cases where judges, as a matter of law, have ruled on the merits and found Mr. Nantoma to be operating a Ponzi scheme. We have clients who had to move out of their homes, who couldn't have their kids go to college. We had clients who this has wrecked their marriages because of the financial devastation that's been brought.
Updated federal court filings confirm Nantoma has moved to Florida, where this couple fears he is targeting new victims.
He pretended he cared about us, and he lied.
What would be justice in your eyes?
Get our money back, get our investment back.
All right, we get the point.
I really don't wish nobody harm.
They got scammed so bad they didn't even want their voice to even be recognized. They got it on the lowest, darkest tone you can have. Like, I couldn't even make out, if they didn't have the words, I wouldn't have been able to make it out. This is how embarrassing it is to be scammed. I mean, and this is where I try to tell people who know how to scam, the one thing they do know how to do, they know how to make it sound good and make it look good, and then they put the urgency on it. Like, okay, if you don't do it now, you're going to miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. And so when you talk about just even the elders, because this is an older couple, but I remember, like I said, when the emails used to come through and the people used to get scammed, you know, this is where I say, like, when you talk about families during this time of year where money is scarce many times because inflation goes up. What I'm saying is, when you talk about every year, people come out with new scamming ideas. People, the websites, it don't cost much to make a glossy website no more. You know, a lot of these real estate people that say that they got opportunities where you can invest, you know, that's a huge risk. That's a huge risk. That's why they doing the scam, because they in the hole. They believed in it, and they said, okay, well, I'm going to sell you the dream that I believed in. Hopefully I can make my money back. You know, everybody told they, you know, get some properties. You know, it's not sweet. It's still a game. It's still a hustle. That don't mean that you're going to profit because you got properties. Look how many slumlords running around here in the city that I had to go up against and eventually ultimately had to sue some of those slumlords for the nasty environments that they had people in. Understand what I'm saying? So all I'm telling you is that if you naive and they can catch you with the make it sound good, make it look good, you're going to get scammed. A lot of y'all got scammed by y'all partners that y'all in a relationship with. They made it sound fancy. They made it sound good. They said that, you know, they was going to love you right. I'm just playing with y'all. You know, I ain't trying to start no fights today. It's the holiday season. It's the holiday season. But what I'm saying is people try to make it sound good. You got to be careful. You got to look at the action. The words, I tell you, if you can mute somebody's voice and just watch their actions, their pure actions, you wouldn't get scammed. Like if you didn't listen, some of y'all got that phone pressed up against y'all ear right now, listening to the fraud scheme, listening to somebody sell you a dream. I understand what I'm saying. They need your ear. But if you just shut the ear off and watched and just observed just how they moving, you would see clearly. I understand what I'm saying. But no, it's make it sound good, make it look good. I think the city of Milwaukee have mastered how to make it sound good and make it look good, because everybody who got good talking points, either they in on the fraud scheme or they trying to fraud somebody, because we don't see the outcomes. Many times they're projecting ideas on us, what's about to, what's finna, what we gonna do, but we can't see. It's been years and we ain't seen no improvement. So every time they come to you, it's about what's about to happen. That's why I don't get with it. I can't get jiggy with it. It's trash to me. Anytime somebody say they about to do something, I'm out. Because they need you to believe that what they're about to do for them to get in your pocket. They need you to believe in the potential so I can get your money out the bank. That's why they don't like me. That's why they don't like me. That's why they don't like me, because I cut them off. I shut it down. You got to have, like when Minister Kevin at the beginning of the show, he was talking about potential. I was like, no, you got to cut that down. You got to shut that down, because that's the biggest cause of people getting scammed. You believing in the idea. As long as I got you believing in the idea, yo, if I got your mind to believe in it, your pocketbook gonna follow right behind it. With no results. Half of these folks just look good, smell good. They got a good website. They talking fast. But then 2 years go by and you mad, you got a sad story. How you got robbed.
We gotta get you at like a timeshare seminar just to talk people out of timeshares.
That's one of those things too. When you go on those vacations, some of y'all want the cheap trips. And then you got to have that timeshare conversation. But you talking about people who are extremely good that play on your hopes and dreams. It's some people that's so good at playing on your ability to want something to happen that they can get all your money out your bank account. Just stick a straw right in the bank account and suck it right out. Hey, at least get something out of it. You know, don't just get robbed. Hey, that's a whole nother conversation. Look, I'll say this. When you talk about the amount of money that has been frauded from people, when you talk about the tax dollars that have been frauded, it's some people who make their very livelihoods on getting the money out either the taxpayers' pockets or out your pockets. This is what they do.
There's a lot of elected officials like that.
There's definitely a lot of elected officials like that. But it's up to the people to be able to recognize the fraud, recognize the behavior, and shut it down. And until we shut that down, there's going to continue to be hundreds of millions of dollars being misspent in our communities that could have went to a better school, that could have went to build a better neighborhood, that could have went to neighborhood development where the kids can have a place where they can be playing and doing things in a positive way, instead of people stealing the money, then they asking why the kids acting funny. They done stole the money that was going to build the new youth center with all the bells and the whistles. It's coming to the end of the year, Truth Nation. And if we walk into 2026 with this same mind frame, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. All we got to do is change the way we think, and we're going to have what we want. All we got to do is start identifying that no progress is being done, and we want progress to get done. That's it. And at the moment we don't see the progress, we got to start moving things around. We got Will on the lines. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. How you doing, Will? How you doing, Will?
I'm good. Can you hear me, Tory?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I hear what you're saying with everything, with all the fraud and everything. The thing is, I think if we keep not holding our politicians accountable, they're gonna keep doing the same thing. I've been ridiculed and things because of my different views on things now. I was an avid Democrat. That's why I can tell every Democrat in Milwaukee that they can't tell me anything about the party because I was with that party for 18 years. And as you stated earlier on the show, that you're not seeing any changes. So I'm thinking to myself, like, with all this fraud and everything that's going on with the time, remember that back in the days, people forget that.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in their party then. I remember that. So I just recently left the party, like maybe 7 years ago. But I would say, because I've been getting so much flack with the, with my stance, whatever politically. But to get to my point, I would say that since people don't want to join the Republican Party, which I am advocate for now. I would say just go independent then, because the Democratic Party is trash. It's as simple as that. There's nothing else I can say about that. They're trash.
Hey, look, people have a right to change their minds if they don't see results. And you do. And this is the problem. A lot of people loyalty is faulty. Like, they'll be loyal to something and don't know what they even getting out the deal. So it's okay to make a transition. It don't have to be from one extreme to the other extreme. It could be that, okay, you finna just join common sense. You know what? I'm finna start believing what my eyes is seeing, instead of what my ears is hearing. Right? Because sometimes the ears can hear things being packaged, manipulated through the ears. So you heard it, you regurgitating talking points. That's why I say a lot of y'all some bots. A lot of y'all botted out. Y'all heard something, y'all thought it was real, and now y'all regurgitating it because you want it to be true. You want it to be true so bad. Then they make up this imaginary boogeyman. Any gang got a boogeyman. Every organization got the opposite boogeyman to scare people with. Let's put it like that. I'm not talking about just political party. 7-Up and Sprite, Coke and Pepsi, Apple, Android. Like, it's always a rival. Yeah, Biggie and Pac. They always have to have a boogeyman to keep you in line. But when you realize there's no boogeyman, then you get to use your common sense. If that didn't go over your head. If that went over your head, there ain't nothing I can do to help you. And look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's free for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes. Y'all just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
I got money now.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, ho, ho. So many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho. Visit the Pella site. And to all, a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
If better sleep has been hard to come by, you're not alone, and the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhoffels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattresses to Steinhoffels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't just do anywhere. Right now, Steinhoffels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our Truth Nation listeners. Head to steinhoffels.com to learn more today. Helix Sleep at Steinhoffels. Better sleep starts now.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1976, Community Advocates has helped Milwaukee residents meet their basic needs, enabling them to live with dignity and hope. Today, Community Advocates offer 40 specialized programs that addresses rental housing challenges, energy assistance, domestic violence, substance misuse, and more. Their commitment is to ensure individuals and families have access to essential resources and opportunities for a better quality of life. If you need help, go to communityadvocates.net. That's communityadvocates.net.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Thinking about, and it's in a hurry. Open the door for the people. I was trying to show them it's equal. How much you charge for your soul? Yeah, it's truly I know. The world is so cold. Tory Lowe. My soul ain't so. Tory Lowe, yeah, the world is so cold. Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I want to get back to the question of the day. The question of the day is, how much are you going to spend for the holidays? I mean, what is the average? Andrew, didn't you look up what was the average family, what they spend for Christmas?
Yeah, the average family on gifts, travel, entertainment, everything else, around $1,600 a year, Tory.
$1,600 a year just for the holiday season. That sounds pretty low.
I thought it would be higher too, but you know what? It's 7% higher than year over year, so it's showing growth.
Well, 833-212-1017. How much have you already spent? It's December 15th. It's halfway through. We only got, 15 days left?
15 days left in the year, 10 days left till Christmas.
10 days left till Christmas. I know y'all got the countdown on the refrigerator. I know y'all been counting down the days to Christmas. Now, Christmas, I notice is different. Like, some people are givers. Some people just want to give. They want to see smiles on people's faces. They're givers. Some people are receivers. They just, what am I getting? What you get me? Then you got people that just want to hang out with family. That when the family, they may go to church. They may have a church program. It's the time of the year where the family get together, and they done mixed up Jesus and Santa Claus on the same day. I guess they say, well, let's kill two birds with one stone. Jesus, Santa Claus, perfect. Okay, whoever was in the back room writing this up. Okay, that's what they did, put Jesus. So a lot of families do come together just because they got religious beliefs. Then they mix the Jesus and Santa Claus on the same day. So they just get it all out the way. Just go on, and we gonna go along with it. But I want to know, what are you spending on Christmas? 833-212-1017. Drew in the chat. Drew says, all depends on if they had a good 2025 or not. If they had a good year, I spend a little more on them. $1,000 total for everyone. That includes mom, dad, sisters, brothers. All right, that sound reasonable. It does depend on what you were able to pull in and what you're able to spend if you got a budget. Some people balling on a budget. You know, they got to make sure that you got to make sure you don't go in debt around this time of year because it's easy to max out the credit cards just so people can have a happy Christmas. You know, a lot of people, you know, they had a happy Christmas when they was a kid and they then moved it into the next generation. You know, they want to make sure. But
don't ruin your 2026 to have a good end of 2025, Tory. You know what I mean?
Don't let your credit score go down farther than what it already is. Don't give yourself a bad credit score. I don't know. I don't do Christmas like that. I feel like my love is powerful, you know. And I got, you know, kids that like getting gifts. But I tell them this ain't about that, you know. You got to put it in them early. You can't not teach them and then all of a sudden they turn into a monster and then you be like, why you acting like that? Okay, so you got to feed it to them and then they can appreciate anything anybody does for them because they can see, you know, what it truly is. I always say, always understand what things truly are so you know how to respond. And I don't think they teaching the kids what things truly are. So they're just responding from the marketing and from what's out here with their peers in the social media.
From the Coca-Cola commercials.
Yeah, I mean, I like to drink Coca-Cola every now and then. But you know, it's synonymous with Christmas. Drew goes in and says, don't ruin 2026 by spending money you don't have in 2025. Young Money says, you should spend the most on the kids. You should spend the most on the kids. Now, I think all the holiday seasons is for the babies. Yeah, because this is their childhood. You know, sometimes they go to school. Some of their peers are, you know, doing it. So they may have a friend. They may not understand the dynamics. So the kids are, you know, they get a pass to me. I give the kids a big pass. But the adults acting, you know, going wild, you should know what this is. You know, you should know this, you know, this is a fourth quarter marketing strategy to get the money out your pocket. Like, stop playing. You know, you give the kids a pass because you was once a kid and you wanted to see something on Christmas. Even if you knew the truth, even if they told you the truth about a lot of the holidays, it didn't matter. I want something to play with. Right.
Yeah, I like to see the stuff underneath the tree when you cut it up in the morning.
I think that gift giving is not a bad idea. Giving gifts is powerful. But if you don't know the meaning of it, then you're going to be a brat. Now you all of a sudden, I want what I want. I'm spoiled. A lot of y'all want to spoil the kids and then they hit the real reality in life when they don't have it. And now you wondering why they throwing you know, a book at your head. You know what I mean? Like you didn't teach them the discipline. It's treating you like a substitute teacher. Y'all know how y'all used to do them substitute teachers when the real teacher wasn't around. It's even good students I know that was good students. And then, you know, when the regular teacher, they had good grades. And then as soon as the substitute teacher came in, they went left on the substitute teacher.
How are you treating the subs?
Man, I was at North Division, so I remember when I don't even know if I should even tell this story. Well, okay, I'm gonna tell the story. I think his name was Mr. Berg. I can still remember his name, the teacher. And when we would come into class, somebody he had books along the chalkboard. You know, he had a lot of books, like where you can grab and read one of the books. So when we got to class, we would all grab a book and sit down. And then Daniel would he was the class clown. He would act crazy, and we knew he was going to get kicked out of class. So on his way out, he would cut the light off. It ain't funny, but he would cut the light off, and people would start throwing the books at the teacher. Like, he would know. Damn. He would turn me up and try to make it to the light, to turn the light on, and then everybody had their head down like they didn't throw the book. North Division, though. It was North Division. It was what it was. But I shouldn't have told that story. Because my high school sweetheart, Kamisha, she was like salutatorian. She was up there with the grades. And I seen her slang a book at the teacher. I said, what you doing? What you doing, Mish? Hey, it was one of those times where I just realized that, hey, when the lights go out, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I learned at an early age. Don't be in the room with people with the lights off. You might wake up with Diddy laying next to you. I don't know. Be careful. You got to be more careful. What do they got in the chat? What are they saying in the chat? 833-212-1017. How much you spending on Christmas? Somebody tell me how much you spending. Where we at? Where we at with the poll? Where we at with it, Andrew?
29%, somewhere between $100 and $300 this year, Tory.
29% between $100 and $300 for the family?
That's what it says.
You can get some good gifts if you're spending $300. That's a family of what?
One.
What you mean, a family of one?
So I'm saying $300. I don't know, man.
How much did they spend on you when you was a kid?
My parents were. We had a couple.
You sound like you was up over 1,000, Andrew.
Short ones.
You sound like you wanted a lot of stuff.
I was a pretty easy guy. I'm always a pretty easy guy.
Mm-hmm. So what was the budget? How much do you feel that your parents spent on you for Christmas?
I have two other brothers, so I'd say about $100 a piece.
So $300.
So, but there's a family of 5, so probably mom and dad were giving each other gifts.
Okay, so $500.
I think it's probably around $400.
That's around the average.
I don't know.
You didn't get the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
That's a $400 gift right there, Andrew.
But I would be voting I don't think you being.
I don't believe you being honest, Andrew, because if you got the PlayStation,
I didn't have a PlayStation.
Okay.
We were a book family.
Oh, okay. So you read books.
Yeah.
Okay. That's no wonder you acting like a nerd sometimes, which is fine. Technological. Hey. That's good. That's a good thing. You want somebody that's techie behind the board. But so you're saying $500, Andrew, that they used to spend. I can tell you how much grandma spent on me for Christmas. It wasn't in the top. It wasn't 100 to 300. It was definitely like 20 to 50. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
Everything got a message. I'll say this. Y'all can't be tired if y'all still messing with the negative energy. Every day I get on and say, the power of the tongue. Your impulsive negative thoughts, reacting, and these kids watching you reacting all wild and crazy. The programming you watching on TV, the music. And now, like Security Mike said, it's popular to pop somebody. It's popular now. And these kids coming back, they coming back to somebody's house. They coming to eat a meal at somebody's house. They hanging out with somebody in the neighborhood who got a house, who paying the rent. They hanging out with you. They may be your relative. They may be your buddy. That social acceptance is there. Understand what I'm saying? So when we really tired, we gonna cut it off. We gonna stop it.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Rising prices and inflation could mean the final stretch of holiday shopping leads to holiday debt. President and CEO of Landmark Credit Union Tim McKay shares what a survey of Southeast Wisconsin shoppers shows.
55% expect some post-holiday strain from some of the spending. It was interesting to see that 69% plan to spend under $100 per gift, which is similar to what we saw last year, but 41% anticipate carrying some holiday debt into the new year.
McKay adds that younger generations are using more buy now, pay later offers instead of debit or credit up front. Opening statements are underway in the federal trial of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. She faces 2 counts of felony obstruction and concealment charges after allegedly helping a Mexican immigrant evade federal authorities in April. The prosecution's case is expected to run through at least Thursday, with roughly 24 witnesses lined up to take the stand. Dugan claims she's immune from prosecution because she was acting in her official capacity as a judge. If convicted on both counts, she faces up to 6 years in prison. The trial started this morning at 9 a.m. and we will have more updates throughout the week. Federal funding could be at risk over Milwaukee County bus fare evasion. The Federal Transit Authority has sent letters to city and county leaders asking them to take immediate action. Milwaukee County Transit System lost more than $4 million in 2024 and is starting at a $14 million budget deficit in 2026. The FTA wants reports from the county and city by December 22nd on how fares are enforced and how rider safety can improve. If leaders don't respond, federal funding could be at risk. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the 3rd hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And question of the day: how much are you going to spend this holiday season? Take the poll as we broadcast live on YouTube. We got the poll. How much you going to spend this holiday season? We got Eddie on the lines. Eddie want to talk about Christmas gifts.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
How you doing, Eddie?
Good day, Tory Lowe. How you doing?
Eddie, this is the Christmas season, and a lot of people, some are givers. Some people want to give. Some people want to receive. Some people just want to hang out with the family. What are you doing? How do you get down during the holiday season?
Tory, every Thanksgiving and Christmas, I have holidays with the Jews. So on Thanksgiving, this last Thanksgiving, I hung out with a group of Jews, and on Christmas, the Jews celebrate Christmas with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it all started about 15 years ago when my Jewish friends said, hey, I heard you and your brother got in a little tiff. If you want to come to Thanksgiving with me, you can come, but you can't be offensive. You can't say things that are, kind of controversial and maybe anti-Semitic. And I said, well, I'll try.
And
so I went there.
On top of you.
Right. Not the ADL. Yeah, the Defamation League. You're right. I thought you were talking about APAC, actually.
Oh, wow.
So I broke that promise within about 15 minutes. I offended everybody at the table multiple times, but turns out they loved it.
Why? Because you was passing gas?
No, just because of my quick wit and my entertainment value, okay? And so the woman read me the riot act on the way back to Milwaukee. That was in Mequon. She's like, you insulted everybody. You're offensive. I can't believe we had a talk before we entered into the home about not doing this. You just couldn't help yourself. And I said, that's the point. And the next day she called me up and said, I talked to all those people that thought you were a riot. They thought it was so much fun, and you're so offensive, but it's entertaining. They want you to come to Christmas dinner. So it's been going on for about 15 years. That's what I do. That's how I spend my Christmas. Tory, I spend Christmas with the Jews.
Okay.
Christmas with the Jews. Who else does that, Tory? They're the Goyim.
Do you break?
They're the Gentile.
What do you cook? What do you cook for Christmas? What do you like to eat? Like Italian food or?
I see, Tory. Because I'm Italian. I would like Italian food. That's a stereotype of Italians.
No, I'm just asking. You're Italian. I'm just asking. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out. I didn't name anything. I just said what you like to eat.
Okay, here's the gig. It depends. If we go to somebody's house and they're cooking, we have whatever they serve, right? If we go to a restaurant, right, then whatever's on the menu at the restaurant, we kind of mix it up. It's been going on for 15 years. And it's kind of a nice tradition.
Where your family? Do you hang out with your family for Christmas?
Tory, here's what's going on.
There we go.
Tory, once again, I did the right thing and I got burnt. Tory, a married woman wanted to have a romantic relationship with me, and I wouldn't do it because she was married. It caused a big rift amongst the families, and I said, I'm doing the right thing. She's married, I'm saying no. But there was a lot of animosity. It's like I rejected this girl. And I'm starting to learn that women don't take rejection well. So I did the right thing, said, you're married, I'm not touching you, you're a married woman. And as a result of that, there was a lot of drama amongst the families because I rejected the woman. I rejected a married woman. Tory, what can I do?
Did she stand you up at the altar, Eddie?
No, not at all, Tory. It's the other way around. It's always the other way around, you know? I'm always the one rejecting, Tory. Tory, I'm a catch.
Hold on, wait a minute.
You saw me. You saw my picture. I'm a catch, Tory.
Did y'all have a contest over who had the best hair, and that's what broke up the whole
Everybody, no. People will go up to my family, and they'll say, I met a guy in an airport. I think he's related to you. He had really good hair. And they'll be like, Eddie. And they'll be like, that's it. Eddie. Yeah, with the Dallas. You know?
Eddie with the good hair.
It happens, Tory. That's right. But I wanted to talk about how spoiled Andrew is, Tory. Okay, this kid's parents is spending hundreds of dollars on him for Christmas. You know what I got for Christmas when I was a kid, Tory? I got a box of asbestos and broken glass.
What?
And I had to share it with my sibling. Yeah. I had maybe a broken Coke bottle to play with, or maybe some asbestos, or maybe some kind of arsenic. My dad would, or arsenic or Drano or something.
What are you
talking about? My dad would be
about?
like, here, play with this can of Drano. That's how bad I had it. That's how bad.
Somebody should have called Child Protective Service.
It wasn't like that back then. Your dads used to beat you with belts a couple of times a week, slap you in the face. If you swore, they would wash your mouth out with Dawn dishwashing liquid,
You sound
or
like the
shampoo or
Grinch.
something.
You sound like the Grinch that stole Christmas.
Tory, I'm the victim. I am the victim in this. I should get some kind of solitude from not just yourself and the people at the station, but the listeners from 101.7 should be kind of grieving for me, feeling for. I need some empathy for this, Tory.
Your parents don't like you, Eddie.
Well, it's really not true anymore, Nicole, because they're dead. My parents are dead, okay?
Here we go.
But
And I just looked at the
who won that?
Yeah, hold on. I just looked at the Menendez documentary on Netflix.
Brothers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
I would never do anything like that. It's just walk away. You just got to walk away, Tory. And I think people in Milwaukee's African-American community, especially younger guys, got to learn how to walk away and say, hey, am I going to act out of impulse, out of ego, out of anger, and spend the next 31 years in prison away from my friends, my family, my community, the love of a woman? It's not worth it. I'm going to walk away. Tory, on that note, I'm going to go now. I'm at a Dunkin' Donuts. I think it's time for me to check out. Tory, I got to go. Tory, I got to go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, Tory.
Oh, boy. Here we go. I hope Eddie really gets some help going into 2026. Maybe we need to all chip in and find Eddie a good counselor. That may help. That may help him out. That's the gift we're going to try to give Eddie. We're going to try to give him a counselor for the holidays. Sit down, get his head examined. Hey, look, when we come back, we got Al on the lines. We're going to talk to Al when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site. And to all, a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Ready to hit the road in your new car? At Brewery Credit Union, we make it easy with affordable payment options on auto loans designed to fit your budget. Whether it's a brand new ride or the perfect used vehicle, we'll help you get behind the wheel faster. With flexible terms, quick approvals, and personalized service you can trust. Don't wait. Start your journey today. Apply online at brewerycu.com or visit us at Brewery Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Ford Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Keeping us from them shots. He been making them hear our voice. He been putting us in the right direction. And the powers that be ain't got no choice. Yeah, the powers that be ain't got no voice. I heard the voice of the voiceless. We got a lot of life in the future, so you can't destroy us. And that's the whole point of all of this. This music and this gift, but at the same time, I'm talking about the community. And the whole time I was talking about me. When you hear this music, I'm not even there. I'm somewhere else on the other side. You still get to hear my voice, and that's the point. So I'ma take my hand and use it as my fuel.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about Christmas. How much are you spending for Christmas? Are you within the budget? Are you trying to break the bank? 833-212-1017. A lot of times this time of year, a lot of people feel like they got to have that big Christmas tree experience with a lot of gifts under the tree. A lot of people, depending on how the year went, if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. But I want to know. 833-212-1017. We got Al on the lines. How you doing, Al?
I'm doing fine. If you have my love and my care, Christmas is every day from me. If it's something you need, I'll get it, and I won't wait for you to ask me if I'm giving you my love and care. So I feel Christmas is every day if I got your back. But my question to you is, I know Eddie's always talk about he has these issues with women. Do you even think he like women? Because for somebody, I'm just
it don't
asking,
sound like it. I don't know.
Damn. Because he has so many issues with women, and most men ain't gonna talk about their hair like Farrah Fawcett. And I was gonna ask you, have you ever heard of Divine, the drag queen from back in the day who used to come on Cinemax?
Yep.
After dark.
Yep.
He kind of gives me that, but I just wanted, because he always have these issues with women. And for me, from what I know from the laws and lessons of life, most men who always got issues with women, they don't even like women. I think they might just want to go on and just deal with reality, because you ain't turning down all these women who got good jawbones and grip. I think it's something deeper with an Eddie, and it's okay. But I just wanted to ask you, I don't think he like women. Because for a person who always have a problem with women, I don't think the women are the problem. I think it might be him, and he might just be one of them kind who don't want nobody to touch his hair. Because what straight man was worried about his hair? Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Eddie, we got some questions, I guess. Al got some questions for you, Eddie.
A lot of accusations.
Hey, I don't know. That's up to Eddie to try to answer those questions. But I'll leave the lines open for Eddie to respond if he was listening. You know he's listening. You know he's somewhere at Dunkin' Donuts. He just spit out his coffee in his glazed donut that he was chewing on. You know we got G High on the lines. How you doing, G High? How you doing, G High?
This T Hayes, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
What up, brother? How you doing? I just wanted to call in and wish you happy holidays and many more to you.
Blessings, Brother Hayes.
Yeah, I just Christmas once a year, like the birthday. So I had a little budget, set myself like $400 or something. The little guy I got, he probably get the big gifts and all that. That's how I roll like that.
So $400 with the household, you know, in total $400, and you done with Christmas.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm done with it.
That don't
I'm
sound
done
too
right
bad.
now. I did my last week, huh?
That don't sound too bad. That's what's up. So you're not finna go all out in debt. Go all out for the Christmas. Have you ever went all out for Christmas?
Nah, well, some years past maybe, but not this year. Some different times we living in, so I'm gonna be smart with the money.
Well, look, I appreciate you for calling in. Like I said, a lot of people around this time of year, you know, they trying to make the best Christmas idea for the family, and you saying around $400 is where you usually end up.
Yeah. That's what I did this year. So yeah, I did good. I'm done with it. Amazon, have it come right to. I go pick it up. I ain't gonna leave it outside. I go pick it up at a certain store and it's there. Whole Foods
to take the gifts.
Oh, they ain't getting mine. Mine going to a certain place. I ain't with that.
Oh, you don't have it delivered to the front porch?
No, I have it go to Whole Foods. I go get it from there.
Okay, you got a P.O. box.
No, you can have yourself from Amazon. Go to Whole Foods pickup spot.
Okay, that's a good good tip. If you got packages coming, just let it get dropped off at Whole Foods.
Yeah, and they tell me what day they're going to be there, and I just go to Whole Foods and show them my phone code or whatever, and I get all of them from there.
Hey, well, look, that's another tidbit. Hey, I appreciate you, Hayes.
Yes,
T. Hayes.
yeah.
Thank you for tapping
All right, love, man. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays
All right.
to you and your family. Tell everybody I say happy holidays.
All right, one.
All right, one. Hey, look, this is interesting, because like I said, we have to make sure that we're not breaking the bank. A lot of times, many times if you ain't got it, you can maneuver and get some things. But I want to, before we go into the break, I want to talk about this because this is something that we had talked about. This is dealing with Mayfair. Remember the girl that got bit by the canine where the security came and the canine was biting on her leg and she was screaming and hollering? Well, she have reached a settlement with Mayfair. Once again, the woman bit by a canine at Mayfair reached a settlement. And salute to attorney B. Ivy Lamar. A salute to attorney B. Ivy Lamar. That's my attorney B. Ivy Lamar that is working on this, that have came to the settlement agreement. We got a WISN News 12 article on this. If you listening, we got video and audio. Tap in. Well, I don't hear any audio on this. Can we run that back? Andrew, no, I don't hear anything. We have to run that back because I see attorney B. Ivy Lamar out there with the family. Now, I'll say this. It's December 15th. That's going to be a nice Christmas. That's going to be an extremely nice Christmas. Can we run that audio back, Andrew? If you're watching as we broadcast live, I don't know how much Young Money. I'm trying to figure it out. If you listen as we
Reporter
broadcast
James
live,
Stratton.
run it back.
Tonight, Walls is suing the mall and the security company. Her family tells investigative reporter James Stratton they don't want what happened to their daughter to happen to anyone else.
Amira Walls walking with the help of crutches 11 days after video shows a mall security canine biting and latching onto her now bandaged right ankle.
She has puncture wounds as well as lacerations as well as stitches. This attack on her has not only been physical but mental as well.
Walls is now suing Mayfair Mall, its parent company, Brookfield Properties, the security company, Andy Frayne Services, and the individual security officer, Malcolm Ingram, saying they did not follow proper protocol. Police reports say Ingram was responding to a fight, the same fight Walls says she was trying to break up when Ingram dropped his dog's leash and the animal bit Walls.
Industry standard is that canine handlers are supposed to only be involved in managing the actions and the control of the canine, not also trying to break up fights at the same time.
From there, it states the dog was taken out of state and not quarantined for 10 days, per state law. Also saying the security company did not report the dog bite to police, saying doing so reflects a reckless and callous disregard for plaintiffs' welfare and for the broader public interest in documenting and investigating serious injuries on commercial premises. The family hopes the lawsuit prompts change.
I don't want to see anyone's child go through this, so I am 100% behind my daughter.
Police reports say the canine handler was fired shortly after the incident. He did not want to comment on the lawsuit. Both the security team and Mayfair Mall did not respond to requests for comment. In Wauwatosa, I'm James Stratton, WISN 12 News.
I didn't hear no amount. I guess you can't talk about it. But once again, just in time for Christmas. That pain. I mean, I remember watching that video when it first happened. Attorney B. Ivy Lamar became the attorney, and we was talking about it on the air. And it was just horrible to watch. Horrible to watch. And who would bring the dog into the midst of all the commotion and end up biting the wrong person? Why the dog end up biting the wrong person? I mean, at least bite the person that's causing the mischief. You know what I mean? You just out there trying to bite. You got the dog on the wrong ankle. Then they said the dog didn't even get go through the right protocol after the biting, moved him to another state.
See, that's the part that I have a head scratcher part about. Like, why would you not quarantine the dog correctly? That's tough.
Yeah, I don't know why they transported the dog out of state.
Taking on vacation.
No, I mean, that's crazy. Like, that was intentional. How did dog order his own pass to get out of state?
Doggy Uber?
I don't know. I don't know if he could, That was somebody up high was like, let's get this dog out of here, right? Oh, B. Ivy Lamar on they backside, so I can't wait to hopefully he can call in and give us a little bit more information. Maybe he can't, because maybe he's still in the process. That was just Mayfair. It was other companies involved in the lawsuit. So maybe Mayfair was like, look, we don't want nothing to do with this. There's still the security company that's involved that's still in the lawsuit, and also the guy that was actually holding the dog. So, hey, once again, Attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the job with this situation. It's something that when we talk about coming down the pipe, like when we talk about justice and things like that, we gotta really have a real conversation before the end of the year on where we want to go with just the violation of our human and civil rights, and who is really the people that we need to really call on to really get that job done. We talk about what the politicians ain't doing. We talk about the people that ain't doing nothing. Like, we need to have like an unsung, like, who's out here really helping? Who's out here really doing the work? Who can the people depend on? Then when the election time come, help them. That'll be a good thing. We need to have an unsung Tory Lowe show before the end of this year. Yeah, I mean, it's already at the end. I'm talking about, but before we go into January, so we can kind of identify where we need to go in 2026. We know what they're not doing, but let's get in who doing. We got to chat. We got some talk to text. We got some phone lines. Hey, we might have to do that. What, Thursday?
Monday the 29th?
Monday the 29th?
You want to do it then?
Yeah, let's do it Monday the 29th.
Put it on the calendars.
We'll put that on the calendar, Monday the 29th. Unsung. Y'all, I'm going to have Truth Nation call in and give the flowers to those that have been diligently working on the front lines. And I'm talking about give some receipts now. Don't do it because it's your buddy. Okay, get some receipts. And look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
The holiday season is here, and the countdown to 2026 has begun at Lake Lawn Resort. With all the holiday stress happening these days, imagine waking up next to a cozy fire in your own private suite along the shoreline of Delavan Lake. Enjoy much-deserved pampering at the award-winning Calidora Spa and special holiday dining options throughout the resort all month long, including at the signature 1878 on the lake. Book your holiday escape today, and don't forget to purchase those last-minute gift cards and receive free bonus money at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything is truly better at the lake.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
Hey Truth Nation, it's Rhea Riley, and I'm here with Ashley Lucas from Associated Bank, and this is Making Your Money Work. In the simplest way, can you describe what is capital?
So we consider capital access to cash. So think of it as like liquidity. So how much do you have available if you needed to purchase a piece of equipment or hire new employees? Do you have funds available to you if you do have plans for expansion or unexpected purchases?
Why is having access to capital important for a business owner?
Well, unexpected things happen all the time, right? We just had floods in Wisconsin. Think about unexpected things that happen with that. If you want to grow and you have to hire new colleagues or employees before the busy season, think of a retail store for inventory. Before the holidays, they need to bulk up on inventory before they sell it. So it's important that they have access to capital to be able to expand expand their business.
What different types of capital are there?
There's typically 2 different types of capital that isn't a deposit account. 2 specific products are a business credit card and a business line of credit. So a business line of credit is typically secured, and the interest rate is going to be prime plus a fixed margin. The really cool thing about a business line of credit is you can usually withdraw cash from it, and the interest rate is going to be exactly the same. So think about a line of credit for larger purchases or larger cash flow gaps. A business credit card is usually used more in the short term for something specific. Maybe you're purchasing ingredients for your restaurant. Maybe it's for mileage if you're a truck driver. And typically people have a business credit card to also use the rewards.
How can I get in touch with someone at Associated Bank?
You're more than welcome to come into any one of our branches, and our subject matter experts, our branch managers, would be able to assist with either of those products. Or you can call our virtual relationship management hotline, available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 1-800-270-7725.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been Making Your Money Work, brought to you by Associated Bank.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com. Last week, NASCAR settled a federal antitrust lawsuit with NBA legend Michael Jordan's racing team, 23XI Racing. The sticking point in the suit was how NASCAR handles its charter agreements. Goulston & Store's sports law practice co-chair Marty Edel explains.
A charter guarantees the team the right to compete in a series of NASCAR events. But what NASCAR has done is it has imposed a series of increasing over time restrictions on the ability of these racing teams, which limits the product and increases the costs.
The settlement will see NASCAR amend its terms for existing charter holders and create a form of evergreen charters, making being a part of NASCAR's Cup Series more similar to owning a franchise in other sports leagues, with the hopes being that it will build a more fair share of revenue. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. Packers had a damaging 34-26 loss to the Broncos while also losing Micah Parsons and Christian Watson.
You know, you don't wish that on anybody, but it's obviously tough. I mean, we all know what type of player he is. And
the Packers can vault back to the top of the NFC North with a win over the Bears on Saturday in Chicago. The Bucs get jumped in New York by the Nets 127-82. Doc Rivers after the game.
That was disappointing. Probably one of the more disappointing games I've ever been involved in.
Next game is Thursday against Toronto at 7. Badger Volleyball is heading to Kansas City to play in the Final Four. They beat Texas 3-1 and will now play Thursday against number 1 Kentucky. Middle blocker Carter Booth after the game.
I mean, like I told you when we spoke earlier in practice, I refuse to lose. Sorry, guys, but I refuse. Yeah.
Badger Volleyball is estimated to play around 8 p.m. on Thursday. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
They don't want us in their schools. I had to switch my school. You see a man get on his knees, he might have dropped the tool. That's what we talking about when you ain't got the shit to lose. And we been up against the odds, so we ain't got to choose. Came from bottom of the food chain, the family tool, man. We living in the news. All this trauma ain't cool, so I'ma take my pain and use it as my fuel. And I'ma spit these words to let you know it's real. Tory Lowe, that's the neighborhood hero.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Joining me on the V-Mix, the lovely Elizabeth Brown, author, advocate, on the lines. How you doing, Queen? We've been talking Christmas. We've been talking about how people feel about Christmas, and many times a lot of people want to create, the one horse open sleigh. But many times, a lot of people go in debt during this time of year. But the average, we got a poll going on. They're saying, what is the average in the poll that they're saying that they spend on Christmas? Andrew.
50% say $100 to $300.
$100 to $300 on Christmas for the budget.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad at all.
What's your budget?
What you said?
What's your budget?
What's my budget? I don't have a budget. If I feel like getting some, I'm gonna feed folks, but all my nieces and nephews, I probably give out, give or take, probably $200-$300 too. It's nothing big. But again, I am about to be a grandmother, so who knows how much I'll spend once, it depends on what my daughter chooses to do with my grandchild, as far as, Christmas go or whatever. But I'm definitely gonna trick on my grandbaby. Absolutely.
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
look, you gotta get the kids geeked up. That's why I say the holidays is for the kids.
It is. Absolutely. It's definitely for the kids. But I would just say, because I was telling, a lot of the young ladies that I know, through my daughter, who are now starting to have their own children, do not overextend themselves. Again, like you stated, there's a lot of things that's going on that's giving out toys and stuff, that they should utilize, especially if they are on a certain amount of income. But I think the main thing is, giving the babies the substance of understanding, the true meaning.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's love, that's togetherness. Because, like you stated earlier, if the toys be laying on the side after the first hour, you really have to understand, especially for me, my daughter's an only child. So a lot of the big things that I bought her was really a waste, because after the initial opening, I mean, she was playing with like bottle tops and Barbie legs. I mean,
She was in the
she
box
really didn't even
that the
care.
toys came in.
She didn't even, exactly, absolutely. So again, I think it's more of, us having to check our egos about trying to give our kids everything we didn't have, and then we forget in the midst of that of giving them forgetting to give them everything that we had, which is the true meaning of what Christmas meant outside of, the gifts and everything else. But
I agree.
yeah.
And also, well, speaking of just what's going on as far as like gifts and things like that, I think when we talk about the Christmas season, I think that many times we have to make sure that we don't get caught up in trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Come on, talk about it.
Keep up with the Kardashians, many times you might lose
or the
that battle.
Combses.
Hey, you might lose that battle,
You're gonna lose every time. Again, the goal, I think, we should be moving forward in 2026 is just to make sure that we're present in time, and knowing that it's not what we're providing, but how we're providing for our families. And it means nothing to break your back for one day, knowing that rent and everything else is going to be due for the new year. You don't want to go into the new year in the red of trying to figure out how you going to pay certain things. The reality for me is knowing that I'm not going to overextend myself. I'm not trying to be the Joneses. I'm just trying to be Liz Brown. And with that being said, to build generational wealth, it's not about what we're buying now. It's what are we putting forward for the next generations. That's the plan. So
also heading out
for
to
my family.
Also heading out to California. They're saying that massive homeless fraud going on in California right now, where all that money that came in for the homeless went into the pockets of a lot of people that took the money and ran.
We need to, and I can guarantee you it's here too. Again, we're in a space where the nonprofit area is so wide open. Like the money done been tricked so hard. Like they ciphering money from every entity. So am I surprised? No. How low can they go?
Extremely
when
low.
You're talking about. It's a sad day. However, I hope everybody who have cipher money, who has stolen money, again, I hope Rico give him the football numbers, because again, this worse than the Grinch. Like absolutely worse than the Grinch when we're talking about people.
At least the Grinch gave the stuff back.
That part.
They ain't giving it back.
Hey. They didn't spent it. You heard what they spent it on. They paying their credit cards because they in debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so but the sad part is for you have to be a really soulless person to know that you're taking money that's supposed to help somebody who is unhoused to get housed and pay your credit cards, and you got a house.
That's wild.
Yeah, you again, a person like that, a step on a baby chicken, and you can't trust the individual that literally step on a baby chicken. Okay.
Also, there was to bring it back to Milwaukee, a couple's retirement fund was siphoned out over a real estate scam. They was on TV, they got on, and talked about it. But I always tell people it's around this time where fraud is huge. A lot of people get scammed out of the money. A lot of people are able to prey on the fact that people want to do better, that they want to believe that they can invest a small amount of dollars and get a huge return.
Absolutely. And I think, it's one of those things too about making sure that you making the logical decisions. Because if it's too good to be true, then it is. 9 times out of 10, especially if you don't know these people, if they ain't been tested, they shouldn't be trusted. You really don't want to roll the dice with a lot of these sketchy individuals. Even people you trust, you have to watch them even closer as well. Because this is a time where people use the excuse. Use the excuse of knowing you or being around you or being family to try to get over. So the reality of it is, I send my prayers up for anybody who'd have been scammed around this time, and for all the scammers and the people who thinking they getting away with something. I'm gonna put it in the universe for you to get bamboozled and hoodwinked and plenty of penitentiary time.
Right. It's bad because I always tell people, a lot of people make it sound good and make it look good. They have mastered. They can throw a master class on the presentation.
Dance. Yeah, absolutely.
But then the action is never there. So, and even with the politics, we talk about, okay, you want to jump behind these people with your votes, but then when it's time to run again, we can't rub 2 results together to start a fire.
That part, and it's really sad because again, like when you have new people coming in who, all of the people who've been voting for these so-called name brand do nothing career politicians who have done nothing. They have more questions for the new people running, knowing that they don't have a result to rub together from the individuals who've been sitting there for the last 10 years. So again, we have to change how we think because name brand don't mean better, and we learning that with the Campbell soup thing. You getting taxed
I thought
to the max
that was something
for trash
and healthy for the kids.
Why you paying $2.15 when you can get the Artie's brand?
Organic.
So, again, now it's about checking your ego. And if they told you it's name brand, then it's trash.
Hey, you're just paying more for the name.
That's it. And getting the trash.
Wow. Even the CEO said it was, wow. He came out and just told the truth. And it's still people got that Campbell soup sitting in the corner at their crib.
And I do too. Because I bought it in bulk. I bought it in bulk. All of that time we was going through the pandemic. Like I was buying the canned goods in bulk, so I got it too. But look here, Campbell's, I promise you, you will never get a dime.
Maybe you can
never get another dime of my money. Hey, I'm going generic every time if it ain't the Dunn dishwater liquid, okay?
All right, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house.
It may take somebody longer than the other person, depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
You get up early and double up on double shifts, all so your kid can play club soccer. Making your family's dreams possible? That's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where you invest in yourself and we invest in you. Where career-focused programs make moving up and earning more possible. Here's to an education that lifts your family higher. Here's how you get there. Here at matc.edu/get there.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Calling all Black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for your Black Business Spotlight interview, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure right here on The Truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. Elizabeth Brown, another powerful conversation.
Absolutely.
Let me get your final thoughts on the show today.
I mean, pivotal when we're talking about the holidays, when we're talking about the pagan holidays, you know, how we used to, you know, go all out our way. We felt inadequate or less than when we couldn't provide certain things, you know, for our family, to a point where the desperation came in just to satisfy those needs or the wants rather. And I think we're coming in a time now where every dollar count, every penny count. Those of us who have less have had to do more. And I think it's pushed us to a point of understanding, one, how to navigate certain resources that is not for the greedy, but the needy. And those of us who truly understand that karma is real, you don't want to, you know, find yourself overreaching, trying to take from somebody else, because eventually you will get taken from. But the reality of that is, make these holidays, or whatever you want to call them, for you and your family, make them count to a point of personalizing them, being about not what somebody can give you physically, materially, I mean, but spiritually and emotionally, understanding of what it truly means when we talk about, you know, Jesus, like the what's behind that. And that's just making sure that the people who have always been there, who never left, the ones that cared enough to stay, know that you love them beyond anything else. And that this time of the year is strictly about understanding the people who love you the most should always come first, and that's not about what you can materially give them, but the attention, because where your attention go, energy flows. And what we don't want to do moving forward is waste our energy on things and people that really don't care enough to see that you running on E. Okay.
Hey, look, I'll say this, many times when we was growing up as children, we're taught about the receiving end. Then when you become an adult, you get more involved in the giving, but there has to be a balance. Okay, what is this? Why are we doing this? How can we maneuver in these times? And I think that comes with wisdom and understanding of what is actually going on.
Absolutely. And I'm so blessed that my mother and father we always found ourselves giving. And I think right now what I've learned that's pivotal is I always made sure that my daughter was in giving. We would give back, we'll adopt a family for Christmas from the time she was in middle school all the way into college, to make sure that there's a balance. You have to have that duality, the balance of not only giving, but also being able to receive, and those who are receivers to be able to give, because again, it's about having that balance. And I think it's a pivotal time that all of us need to master the balance. Those of us who are heavy givers and don't know how to receive, it's time for us to work the receiving muscles where we're not uncomfortable with receiving because we're not uncomfortable with giving. So it's one of those things that it's time to train the muscles that haven't been trained. If you've been great at receiving, now it's time to be great at giving. If you've been great in giving, now it's time to be great in receiving. And it's that's fair exchange and no robbery. I think that's a perfect balance of you using all the muscles, because what we don't use, we lose.
And I think that's true, because a lot of times I'm so used to giving that when I receive something, I'm like, what's this?
Make you uncomfortable.
You get your eyebrow go up, like, what you trying? What you want? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
see,
it's like, okay, but at
it
the end
ain't
of the
that.
day, you got to realize, okay, like that's a part of life too, is to be able
Absolutely.
to as give as to receive, and as to receive is to give. And I think that many times when we are people that are, in a certain space, and you go through years and years of being the person to do that, you have to walk yourself backwards and get the opposite of what you're doing as well.
And and it starts with, for me, it's being able to receive not only from others but from myself, of giving myself without having the guilt. It was a long time where I couldn't go to a grocery store or a store or be shopping without feeling bad if I didn't buy my daughter nothing. Again, it's just a part of the programming, and I think now is the greatest time for us that are givers to make sure that we're auto checking ourselves of not only giving outside of ourselves but giving within ourselves, to the point of that we don't have to feel bad for taking a break or feel like exhaustion is weakness. No, it's actually a strength. Sit down somewhere and do something for yourself because you've been giving to everybody else. It's all about making that balance. And if you're the person that's been receiving in your group of friends, you always call this one friend and they always show up. This should be the season where you calling them, even if they didn't need nothing, just to check, because that go a long way. When you go to calling people who never called you, or your quote unquote strong friends, because the strong get tired too, just call them to see, like, hey, I'm just calling to see if you needed some, to make sure you was straight, because throughout all of the year I've been calling you and you've been showing up, so I just need to know if you good and if there's anything that I can do for you, even if it's just hearing how your day went. So
hey,
'tis the season.
It is the season. I think that 2026, many times when I try to get people mentally prepared to go into the next year. Always take your level of thought into the next space.
Absolutely.
Don't bring in what didn't work into the
Come
new
on.
year thinking that
Let
it's
it
gonna
die.
work. That's insanity. Sometimes I think that doing the same thing over and over again haven't registered as insanity to a lot of people. But I think every year is the next year to take that next step into what you know and what you understand needs to happen to make things better.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, it's one of those things. If it didn't work in 2025, it wasn't meant to be. So don't take it into 2026.
Right.
We have to close certain doors. Certain things have to die for the new things to live. The past those doors have to be closed. If you truly want to step into the present, if you truly want to be present, how to deprogram yourself or unprogram what it was that you was trained. Again, we're learning that we can change our mind. You can change your mind. Whatever that was in the past, yesterday, 2 minutes ago. If it didn't work 2 minutes ago, then don't try it the next 5 minutes. Move on, create something new. It's time to step into the sovereign mind frame where somebody shouldn't have to tell you what you already know. Tap in.
And I was watching this thing with Denzel and Spike Lee, and they asked Denzel, he says, I don't watch my movies. He said after he make them and he see that premiere, he said he doesn't like to look backwards. You know what I mean? He says,
hey,
he made over 50-some movies, and he only watched all of his movies, probably the premiere, and then after that he kept moving to the next.
That's why all his movies is good though. He's able to stay present in what he's doing. So powerful.
Well, I appreciate you for being on the front lines as usual. We got a lot of work to do as usual.
Hey, let's get it, King. One love.
All right, everybody.
Salute.
Look, I'll tell you this. When we talk about the Christmas season, hey, look, love is the reason for the seasons. If you love your loved ones, hug them. Tell them you love them. Make sure that you continue to be consistent with how you feel about them and let them know that they're not alone. That's the most powerful gift that you can ever give. Understand what I'm saying? But look, I'll be back tomorrow with another powerful conversation. Salute to everybody in the chat. If y'all have not joined the chat, you are missing out on the chat. Another powerful chat. Salute to everybody that called in and added to the content of the show today. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.